tough situation for Liam White. Don't think before that match he flushes another break that he would have been, altogether considering all the many permutations about what happens, for example, if he draws that match. But actually, when you looked at the group table, a draw was an awful result for Liam, just with the way the fixtures have fallen.
Yeah, absolutely. With the way the fixtures have fallen, I mean, sometimes 2 draws and a win can be enough, and it might be enough yet, but you're going to need another draw in the final game. It's very tough. I just think he'll look back and just think about 1 or 2 shots here or there in both matches, but in particular that last match against Chris. And we always talk about the fine lines in these nights. That's what we'll probably be talking about. He could win this one, and it would be down to just the finest of margins that will probably see him not make it through.
It is, as ever, the toughest of tough schools.
8-ball doesn't look like it goes direct. If it does, then no issues here. If it doesn't, and he has to play cushion red and in, it's quite a long way from. It's not an absolute sitter of that sort of shot. Maybe it does go. It's difficult to tell from our cameras. He's just had a good look at it there. Checked it out twice.
And indeed, it does wobble. So 1-0 to Liam. A result that he needs to stick with. It's his only method of qualification. Remember, 2 draws so far in his night, both of them 2 each. Shaun Sharkey already eliminated. It has not been his night. You don't feel like he's really done a huge amount wrong, but margins in this format are ruthlessly fine. 2 defeats has seen him unable to qualify from this position. He may yet elevate himself to 3rd in the group here with a win in this match, which will put him level on points with Liam.
Story of his night, isn't it? Made a ball, but tough layout. Really tough layout. To the point where I don't see a finish. I don't see the. I mean, he'll probably chase one here because of the situation of the night and everything else. But even if you dealt with the problem at the bottom of the table, he's got a problem at the top as well.
I think he's got a way to solve both. It's going to be off the red, top right. That's one problem dealt with, and he's actually on the second problem at the bottom.
Made that look pretty easy, so I mean,
it is amazing, isn't it, how much you can be freed up by almost the freedom, if you like, of having the pressure off. It's a great shot. He's not been rewarded. That right there, it almost feels like the story of Shaun's night.
Yeah, trying to make it happen, and it's not. Bad angle on the one at the bottom of the table. No angle, so this is going to be really tough again. If that red doesn't go there, he'll think, well, I'm almost out.
He had to really force it, and it influenced the miss. Now I think red's a pretty A-OK, really. Red goes bottom left as you look at it from the overhead camera, bottom right from the main.
I think he was trying to drop that in and hold for the one on the cushion, but
yeah, I will likely say it's a poor shot.
Yeah. He's still on a red. It's just reworking things out.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. Got the red on the break line, which is a natural next ball. It may link to the one on the other rail.
I quite like this. He can come down the table now. Get across to the left-hand side. I think the red he's nearest to goes top right. Oh, he's going to play the double. Okay. I was thinking yeah. Okay, get this one out of the way. Makes life easier, I suppose. That's a nice shot. Arguably would have been better if he'd landed straight in the one on the left-hand side to the bottom of the table. He's still got to play half a positional shot to get nicely on that red. It's amazing how easy it looks, but that yellow just to the right-hand side of it makes it such an awkward ball. And that cannon's not a good one. If he gets it full ball, it's perfect. Is it better just to play position on it? This is very thin. The angling, I'm still convinced that red goes past the 8 ball to top right, so I could have played left-hand side and got on it that way. Just okay. Excellent pop. So you have to say that was very, very thin. No idea where the cue ball was going, but he'll take this as a result. Wow.
That wasn't in the script.
Sean's laughing because what am I meant to do with this?
It's a very good question.
What am I meant to do with this?
Yeah.
I think the best thing he can hope for here is potentially playing a couple of good snookers and trying to get Liam to foul getting out of the snooker and potting the 8 ball in doing so. Didn't really want that yellow in. He definitely didn't want that yellow in.
Yeah, if the previous 2 shots always in this frame, the one that Shaun's played and obviously the miss from Liam, haven't summed up Shaun's night, I feel like that might have just...
I'd do the same again if I'm Shaun here. There's no way that yellow won't double. You can't do anything with it. Just brush off this. Try not to leave the one cushion. Yeah, he's done really well here. That's a tough snooker. And keep doing it. You know, put Liam to the test here. Liam's got to make genuine attempts to get out of this snooker, which might separate the 8 ball and yellow, might even make the 8 ball with the yellow. Oh, that's a fabulous effort. That is a fabulous effort.
Closer.
Yeah, and just do it again if you're Shaun here. I know it's a 20-minute match. I know that, but was he playing for a re-rack here? He is playing for a re-rack. Clever. If there's no way to get to this 8 ball, we will have a re-rack. Do not see many of these.
Is getting right in the mix here with this cue ball.
That's clever from Shaun as well. I'm telling him to sort of be patient and wait, but then you still need Liam to make a mistake. And you saw the shot that Liam played, how close he was to making it.
Re-rack it is. That is a rare instance. Certainly in the Champions League. I think we've only had 1 or 2 before, if ever.
I can't remember any in the Champions League. But you have to say that's a fabulous shot from Shaun, because you saw how close Liam was to getting out the snooker and potting the 8 ball. You know, he could have kept laying it, and you know, it could have gone well for him, but Liam at the same time could have made it. I think get on with it, get another frame up there, and he has the break in it as well. Brilliant shot and decision from Shaun.
Watch him be dry.
You knew it, didn't you? You knew it before he hit it.
It's one of them nights. We've seen so many players go through it this season on the Champions League, where it's just written in the stars. It's not meant to be. Shaun Sharkey can almost wryly smile about it. It's just not been his night.
Especially in that situation, because he would have sat down after playing that shot and gone, do you know what, I've just pulled out a great shot, good decision, I'm pleased with myself here, I've got the break, if I put together a break finish here, you know, it's an excellent bit of work for me, and he comes up dry. It's just...
and it's a good layout. It's not just dry, it's dry with a good layout for his opponent.
Best layout he's had tonight on his break.
It's a cruel old game, this, isn't it?
Could play it. It looked like a potentially nice shot that could have gone better. Don't know whether he needed to move that yellow to open up the pocket for the 8 ball, potentially. He's left himself awkward on the next shot though. Whereas if he gets it half ball, you feel he's guaranteed to be better than this.
It's a nice recovery shot though. Didn't have to do a huge amount with that, which helped a lot. Just had to make the ball essentially stop the cue ball, and you still win with a great chance of getting out. Not sure how many black cats Shaun Sharkey saw today, but tough night for him.
Looks a slightly loose one from Liam. Gets up a little bit higher, he can just really control himself onto the 8-ball. Now he's got a bit of work to do. Plays a good cannon. Looked a little bit awkward to play that shot, but he gets it beautifully.
Yeah, couldn't have played that any better. 10 out of 10. 2 out of 2 in this third match of the night for Liam White. 2 draws already. Drew against his old mate Jimmy Croxton 2-2 in match number 1. Drew against Chris Day 2-2 in match number 2. Has left Liam just in a bit of a precarious situation, an odd one, in that even if he wins this match, he'll end with a record of 1 win, 2 draws, undefeated, and he's very unlikely to go through.
We do see a lot of players, we do see it from time to time where a player will get eliminated without being beaten via a 6-thread shootout. It does not happen very often that a player is eliminated without a 6-thread shootout and being unbeaten. In practice, it probably has only ever happened by Gareth Potts before in the scenario we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I think you're right. I've seen an awful lot of these Monday night groups. It is sort of a tried and tested format really for us.
Wouldn't you believe it continues here for Shaun Sharkey? Although it wasn't as tough as it could have been. You saw when Liam broke dry there and he held up his hand to apologise, but there was a gap to the yellow. So a chance for Shaun to get out. And now with that cannon there, the first cannon made it awkward, second cannon opens it back up again. See the gap that he was on. Couldn't do too much to avoid that cannon, so now they're there for him. Have a look to see whether the yellow passes the 8-ball. If it does, we can just pull back for it now. Must do. Good finish this from Shaun. Everything that's happened tonight puts together a very nice clinical finish.
Yeah, and you could very much argue that he's probably deserved that.
Yeah, next break for him as well. It would be interesting to see Liam White's reaction if Shaun was able to put together a break clearance here, considering he's been 2-2 twice. Because that would make it 2-2 with what, say 4 minutes or so to play.
Of course, the one result that Jimmy Croxton and Chris Day would love to see, just to leave them to it essentially, is either a draw or a Shaun Sharkey win. Just improve their own odds of qualification.
Oh, Shaun, what is happening out there? This is even better layout, and he's dry again. thought he would have liked to have taken the yellow at the bottom unless it passes the red to bottom left. So the fact that it hasn't would suggest that it must do. Right, looks a slightly awkward angle on it. Was he straight enough just to pull it back? Just about. Yeah, he was just off straight the wrong way, but backing himself to make this one into the left centre, and this one drops in. It should be routine. Nice feeling out there when you know you've won the frame and you've got 2 or 3 balls still to pot.
Yeah, it couldn't really be much nicer for him, could it? In the 8-ball rolls, a 3-1 lead. Shaun Sharkey thinks, what if? And I think I'd probably suggest he's been thinking that for a little while.
Yeah, I said it after the first match, and it remains the same. Not his night. A couple of tough layouts to take on in the first match, and that didn't happen for him, and he's been chasing his tail ever since. He's just off the back of a great run at the British Open. You know, good start to the season for Shaun Sharkey. First series event coming up in 3-4 weeks' time.
3-5.
Opportunity to get straight back on it. Tough one this time for Liam. There is no shot on this time, but the work's been done. So you've got 3 minutes 20, just under. Try and make a mess of this table, leave nothing on for Shaun. Last thing he wants to do is leave a finish. I know it looks easy at 2 ahead with 3 to play, but the last thing you want to do, I just found a pot, the last thing you want to do is give Shaun an opportunity to find a finish and leave enough time for a golden break or something special at the end and make it a draw. So if he takes these on, which he can now, he's got to get them. Thin, very thin, probably too thin. So he's, yeah, doing the right thing for me. Make a mess.
Yeah, and he's probably going to see Shaun let rip at these a little bit. You couldn't really blame him.
Well, of course, yeah. He wants him to. But everything's stacked in Liam's favour here. Shaun's got to make a fabulous out. And if he could leave a minute, he'd have a chance for a break clearance, but more than likely a golden break. So. Might have to screw across into these rather than using a top cushion. Top cushion might throw too wide. Let's see. Yeah, he screws across into it, but yeah. Once again, the red comes and blocks his next ball.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry,
Yeah.
Shaun.
Horrible game at times.
It's tough, isn't it? It's so tough.
Red still goes bottom left, so that fabulous pot's in the middle. Liam can go and get the match won, 4-1. Do it slowly. Probably just lose out to the clock. It will be job done. He'll be asking a question at least in the final match.
Yeah, and that was really all Liam could do. It's been a funny old night. Not for the first time this season in the Champions League. And And well, you wonder. It has been the season of shocks, really, in this competition. Could we see another crazy ending?
He might have just given, yeah, he's just given Shaun half a sniff here. Although the red's blocking the yellows at bottom left, so it's not really. Just, he didn't run the clock down enough on those couple of shots in the middle of that visit from Liam, but the outcome is fine.
Yeah, he's going to get over the line. Shaun Sharkey really has had a tough one tonight. You got to feel for the Irishman. He has had no luck whatsoever, but the Danger Mouse is in with a sniff. He needs a result to go his way. He's praying to all that exists above. We'll find out next with our final match of the night in Group 10 of the Champions League.